It was one of those quiet autumn mornings in Maplewood, the kind where golden leaves blanketed every corner of the street, and the air carried the scent of wood smoke and cinnamon. Emily Carter sat on the front porch of her small rental home, a mug of lukewarm coffee trembling slightly in her hands. Her life had felt like it was falling apart lately. Her job had been cut due to downsizing, her mother was recovering from surgery, and her savings were almost gone. She tried to stay strong, but even her optimism had limits. She glanced down at her phone. A text blinked from her best friend, Lily. "Hey Em, my brother Ryan's back in town. He asked about you. You okay?" Emily smiled faintly. Ryan Matthews. She hadn't seen him in years, since high school, really. He'd gone off to college in California and built a career as a physical therapist. Back then, he had always been the kind of person who seemed to know how to make people feel seen. But she hadn't expected him to remember her after all these years. Later that day, as she was struggling to carry a box of groceries up the porch steps, a familiar voice called out. "Need a hand?" Emily turned around, startled. There he was, Ryan, taller, older, but with the same easy smile she remembered. He reached out and took the box from her arms with effortless strength. "Ryan, wow, it's been forever," she said, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Too long," he said warmly. "Lily told me you were in town. Mind if I help you out a bit?" What started as a simple offer of help became something much more meaningful. Ryan came by the next day to help fix a leaky kitchen faucet, and the day after that, he brought over takeout and stayed to chat. His kindness wasn't loud or dramatic. It was in the quiet ways he listened, the gentle jokes he cracked to make her laugh again, and how he noticed when she looked tired and insisted she rest. Over the next few weeks, Emily found herself opening up in ways she hadn't expected. They'd take walks through Maplewood Park, talking about life, dreams, and how adulthood had a way of humbling everyone. Ryan shared stories from his work, helping injured people recover, and how he learned that sometimes emotional healing was harder than physical recovery. Emily told him about her mother, her job loss, and her fear of failing. One evening, after helping her mother with dinner, Ryan found Emily sitting outside again, watching the sunset. "You know," he said quietly, "you've been carrying so much on your own. You don't have to." "I don't want to be a burden," she murmured. "Helping someone you care about isn't a burden," he said softly. "It's what makes life worth living." His words hit her deeply. No one had said something like that to her in a long time. When her mother's condition worsened for a few days, Emily broke down in tears. She didn't even call Ryan, he just showed up, as if he sensed it. He stayed with her at the hospital, bringing coffee, making her laugh during the longest nights, and never asking for anything in return. During that time, she realized something important. Sometimes family isn't just who you're born with, it's who stands beside you when everything falls apart. Months passed, and life began to improve. Emily found a new job at a local design studio. Her mother recovered steadily, and the house felt warm again with hope. Ryan continued to stop by, but now it wasn't just to help, it was to share moments. Dinner with laughter, long talks on the porch, quiet companionship that felt natural, easy, and right. One day, she decided to do something for him. She baked him his favorite pie, pecan, from an old family recipe, and brought it over. When he opened the door, she held it out shyly. "For everything you've done," she said. He smiled. "Emily, you don't owe me anything." "I know," she said softly. "That's why it means so much." They sat together, eating pie and watching the evening light spill through the window. There were no grand declarations or promises, just a simple truth between them: kindness can change a life. Years later, Emily would look back on that autumn and realize it was the season everything shifted. She'd gone from feeling lost to finding purpose again, not because someone saved her, but because someone reminded her she was worth saving. Ryan continued working as a therapist, and Emily grew in her career, creating designs for community centers and charities. They often collaborated on projects to help others, combining his healing work and her creative skills. Their friendship remained strong, built on respect, care, and shared humanity. And whenever someone asked Emily how she managed to get through that tough time, she'd smile and say, "Because someone believed in me when I forgot how to believe in myself." And in that, she found peace, the kind that stays long after the storm has passed.